Okay, there we go. So these are Bala bands. If you are unfamiliar with Bala bands, they are ankle and wrist weights. Hi, Jordan. Good to see you. Pop up here. If you don't have these, you need them. 100%. These are so great to like walk around with. They're great to work out with if you're adding a little bit of work to what you're already doing. I thought my nail was going to come off there for a second, but it didn't. Okay, so that's how heavy duty this elastic is. It's not going to fall off. It's not going to undo during your workout. If you kind of wrap around and just get to the tightness or looseness, is that a word? Whatever it is, you're going to adjust it to obviously your wrist size, your ankle size. And you just stick right on there. You just stick right on there. They don't move. You can do your whole workout. You can do whatever you want. Put these on. It's just going to add a little tiny bit more weight. I have these in a lot of colors, but I recently bought this like nude peachy color because it's very skin tone for me. And I feel like it kind of like, it doesn't look weird. I mean, I see people in LA walking around with these all the time on Runyon, at the store, on their ankles. They're comfortable enough to wear. I maybe like wouldn't drive with them on, but you never know. So the other thing about Balas that I've talked about before, and I will say again, is that you can kind of stretch these bars out, these weighted bars, so that it can fit any wrist, any ankle. And then if you're like, my wrists are too small, I promise you that they're not. You just slide them all the way down. So once you slide all the way down, then you have so much more space to kind of double up, right? Someone also told me on a live recently on one of our streams that you can take the bars off, which like, duh. How did I not know that? Or how did I not think about that? So you can remove some of the bars if you're like, these are 1 pound. If you don't want 1 pound, if you want a half pound, I don't think they sell a half pound. So if you wanted to buy them and then take a few of the bars off, you could do that. The only thing that I was thinking about in my head is like, how hard is it to get them back on? Because this is like a pretty thin, actually, it's kind of got this leather like end on the strap. So it might not be that difficult to get them back on, but I'm not going to try it because what if that's a fail? It would be embarrassing. And I don't want to be embarrassed today. So even though my mouth is still numb, that's not embarrassing. Not getting a Bala bar back on would be somewhat embarrassing. These are the Bala bands. I love them. I'm obsessed with them. I do have a bridal boot camp going right now that so many girls were begging me to make. So it's a lot of upper body. And these were something that I kind of like preached everybody should be a part of, because they're just so good at making all of the work a little bit more intensive in your upper body. They also go on your ankles, right? So ankle weights, they go on. You can do added core work plus, let's call it. With those on, you can also do lots of really good glutes and inner thigh work with these. If you were doing sliders and Balas and bands at the same time, I think you might die. So, you know, props are great. They aren't the like end all be all. You don't have to use a prop every single day, but they really do make your workouts more effective. They will help increase your strength and increase your ability to perform specific exercises, especially if you add props on and then you go back and you take the props off. So if you were able to kind of elevate your work with the prop on, then your work is only going to get better in its natural state, like, you know, no props, no bands, no nothing. That stuff will only get better without the props. You'll only have mastered it further with the props, if that makes sense. I'm kind of explaining this backwards, but it's always going to help you get better. It's always going to help you feel like you're getting to the next level. And that's why I love props, and that's why I will always use them. Not in every class, but I will use them with all of my clients throughout their practice. If there are questions on the Balas, please ask away. You guys, these are 15% off in the stream. That doesn't happen a lot with this brand, so I would take advantage of it. And if you have these already, you probably need another color, because I do. I would love another color. I have them in the like navy blue also. I think it's like slate. I think they just look good. The white ones are super cute to me also, but I love these. These are just so pretty, I think. What can I show you? Close up. Let's get a little close up action. So this is the Velcro. Oh, there's a little hair on there on my head. Okay. You can just ignore that. So you can tell that I just put my hair in a ponytail in this room every single day. So this is the inside of the band, the Bala bands. Again, you slide it in and down, and then you would just fold it over, and then this is like a really heavy duty piece of Velcro. Now I will say the first generation of these, maybe not the first generation, but when I bought these a while ago, and when I bought them on Amazon, they were slightly different. The first time I bought them, I bought them on Amazon, and I think they were a little different. Maybe it was just like the first version of them, but they were a little bit different. And these feel really, really, really high quality to me, the ones I got from Amazon. Packaged the same, look the same, just felt slightly different. So it could be that these are like a newer version. These are 1 pound. 2 pounds doesn't sound like a lot. 1 pound doesn't sound like a lot. I promise you, it is a lot. It's a lot, especially if you're doing what I like to do also, which is put these on my wrists and then also do arm work with like 5s or, 4s or whatever it is. So if you're going to a hotel gym and they only have 3s or 4s randomly and you wanted to do 5 pounds, then you have your Balas with you and you can just slide them on your wrist and then you have 5 pounds. 4 pounds in your hand, 5 pounds, 1 pound on your wrist, 5 pounds. And yeah, they're gonna make all of your glute work harder. If you think anything you've been doing lately is easy, if you were looking for any kind of a challenge, I'm telling you, this is gonna be your go-to. Now let's talk combos, prop combos while we're here. Band and slider. Band and slider combo, lower body, huge burn. You're gonna die a little bit inside. Your heart will break. Band and slider burn together is really complex, and I have nightmares about it. I would do these together if I really wanted to not be able to walk for a week after, but they're so effective together, and it's resistance up top, it's resistance in the lower body, and it's also lengthening with the slider. So you're getting more stretch, you're getting more reach, but you're also working with resistance, which is in turn going to turn your core on, and all of the pieces of your body are just going to work together. That's why I like that combo. Again, a lot of these things like combining might be a little bit more on the advanced side, but separately, could you do lunges with a band? Of course, no problem. Anybody can throw a band on and do a lunge. You all can, I know that. So combos, band, Balas, also really intense. What I would love to do with like a band and Balas is do this wrist situation and then also take the band overhead and do like stretches. So you're waiting, not stretches, but like more presses out. So we're getting a lot of shoulder and back. We're also getting a lot of deltoid, right? So we're doing kind of a lot of things here. And that's going to just like double it up. It's just going to make the work that much more intense, that much more work, that much harder. I love those combos. All of these things I would combine two at a time, maybe not 3 at a time. All right, let's get into some of the details on what I'm wearing.